Mm-hmm.
What's up, folks? What's up? What's up, baby? Come on in. Grab a seat. We hot. We live, baby. We live. Coco Connect, baby.
Take it from the top.
Y'all know this song.
Sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check two. My mic sound nice, check three. Are you ready?
Welcome to Coco Connect, baby. We here.
You don't stop. Rocking on.
Hey,
Keep
keep
rocking.
rocking. Come on in, grab a seat. Hit that share button. Tell your buddies your Coco moms is here, baby. It's Tuesday, 7 p.m. We are here.
Yeah, word 'em up.
It's my
Hey,
jam. What's up, Alexia?
yes. I was like, oh, I could have put on my salt and pepper jacket.
You gotta have your little bamboo earrings on.
Right, I should have got my bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair.
Hey, listen, this song is paramount to what we're talking about today. Our guest rocks the mic. She shuts it down. She's a TikTok phenomenon. She's viral. And she here with our goofy asses on a Tuesday at 7. And we so appreciate this, sis. Hey, let's bring our sis on, Alexia, so we can tell the people who she is.
That's right. We are bringing on none other than the beautiful, you know her, but you are seeing her live and in living color.
Yes, ma'am.
Zakiya Monique.
Yay! What's up, sis?
Hey, everybody. Hello.
Hey,
What
hold
is
on. Let me
up?
tell them what you are in case they don't know how to read. So some of my CPT followers is on here, and I be having to translate for them a little bit. So in case y'all didn't see, she's a master relationship strategist.
Yes.
Sis, tell them what that
Monique.
what that means, sis. What's that?
Well, it's a twofold meaning. Master relationship strategist really tells the difference between coaching and strategizing. People will say a relationship coach, and yes, I am a relationship coach, but it takes it a little bit further because I'm a strategist, meaning that we come up with a strategy for you to move from where you are to where you wish to be. See, the people that I deal with, the people that I cater to, are the ones that say enough is enough. I'm tired. And
Period.
so I made a commitment to myself that I was no longer going to be dragging mules to the water. So if you're not tired of your situation, I'm okay with your situation too. But when you're tired of your situation, when you're tired of your relationships failing, when you're tired of your friendships failing, when you're tired of getting rid of friends every December 31st, cutting people off every December 31st, when you get tired of that type of thing, that's who I'm for. And so when they say I'm tired, then I'm the one that pops up with the strategy. So I had to come up with a name that would let people know that I'm a little bit more than just a coach, but I actually provide you the strategy to move from A to B in a way that's conducive to where you are now and you getting what you need along the way in a custom way.
Oh,
Hey, sis, I think I might gotta borrow that. I think I might want to be a strategist today too.
I'm gonna get mine up. Because
I'm telling you right now. Hey, I'm telling you right now on National Web that I'm putting strategist after my name right now. Starting right now, I'm a strategist. I gotta figure out that first 2 words, but I'm a strategist for something. Watch.
Yes.
Thank you, sis. Say
And the
you ain't gotta
second
drag my mule ass. I'm not
And
the
the
mule.
second part of that is I'm a master relationship strategist because I follow the master. See,
oh,
that's another part of it. I follow the master. See, so every day I show up to follow because God made me a promise about 5 years ago that said, hey, if you show up on social media, if you hit the live button, number one, you'll never talk to an empty space. And number two, I'll give you what to say. So if you go before the people, I'll give you what to say. So I'm a master, meaning I represent the master, meaning I have my master's degree, meaning that I'm a master at what I do. Relationship strategist, meaning we have an action plan. We're going to move from A to B. We're not going to stay there. When I do take you backwards, it's only because I need to know how to propel you forward. So that's how we get down. That's how we get down.
that was a word in the first 4 minutes. In the first 4 minutes, I got a praise dance.
I done had to drop the phone. I done had to drop the phone in the mobile office, baby.
Gosh.
Yeah. So listen, welcome to Coco Connect, man. Y'all already see our guest came in hot. She ain't come to play with y'all. And that's why she took off on TikTok. Because she did not come to play. And that clip that went viral on TikTok, baby, I shared that thing so many times in the middle of the morning because that's when I mess on TikTok in the middle of the morning.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh no, sis, let me share this because this is what we've been talking about as a village of being able to hold each other accountable, but hold space when we need space.
Right.
And when you said what you said about allowing people the space to heal and folks being self-responsible and saying
stop
like, I
telling people
need
to
that
be wrong.
space.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! That
Yeah.
thing sent the chill. And I was like, oh, we gotta talk to her. We
Mhm.
It's
got to.
amazing because that morning I wasn't going to go live. I was getting ready for work. I wasn't going to go live that morning. It was December. I remember it vividly. It was December 20th, 2018. I wasn't going to go live that morning. And God kept saying, go live. And I kept saying, I'm tired. You know, I'm getting ready for work. I'm
Right.
tired. My hair wasn't done. I was looking crazy. And I was like, you know, it seemed like all the videos that do well, my hair would be looking crazy. But I wasn't going to
That's
go
when you
live
at
that
your
morning.
that's at your vulnerability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's
wasn't
your
going to go
raw.
live that morning, but God would not allow me to move. He wouldn't let me take a nap. He wouldn't let me get prepared. He wouldn't. And I went live that morning. And let me tell you what's so very special about that clip. Number one, I was still, you know, dealing with my dad. My dad passed away in 2015, so I had been through it. But what was amazing about that was after I went live, I got an inbox from a young lady that I knew because I used to work out at Curves. And so she was at the local Curves, local gym, and she used to be, you know, walk around the circuit with me, and she worked there. And she inboxed me and she told me, I need to talk to you. And usually, you know, when folks want to talk, it's like, no, baby, you need a session. You're not going to talk my ear off for free. Now, come on now. I respect what I do. Don't get it twisted. I'm passionate about what I do. I want to help people, but let's be clear. I have put a lot of time and sweat equity into getting to where I am. So you're not going to disrespect it by trying to pimp me. So anyway, but God said, no, talk to her. And so I said, give me a call. And she gave me a call. She was getting ready to commit suicide that day.
Oh my God.
She was going to commit suicide, had already written the letter out, had already set it all up. She was going to do it at work. She worked at a like a group home, and they were going to go and take the residents out that day at about 1 something. Meanwhile, I went live at 11. So I went live at 11. She was going to kill herself at 1:30.
At 1:30. Wow.
And she had already said how she was going to do it and everything. And when she, because she had lost her brother, and when she saw that clip, she said, help. And I talked to her all the way to work. Okay.
Wow.
And I'm happy to say today that she has had a baby boy, that she is doing very well, but you just never know how impactful something is and how sometimes people need permission to grieve, permission to be vulnerable, permission to be weak because we're told to be strong all the time.
Yes.
Woo! That was a word. And I think that's what it was that kind of resonated when T sent it to our, so we, you know, we got a girl group chat that's going, and we all have been through some things over the past few years. And so she sent this and I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my, like just your energy, your authenticity was what really, because here's the thing. I've heard people say some of what you said, not all of what you said, but some of what you said. But it was intentional for the master in that moment for you to speak the way you did, because so many lives, and just like how he told Moses and Abraham and everybody else to just, if you do what I say, if you follow my lead, I will take you there. So I got to thank you so much too for being obedient. Obedience is why, you know, God needs it. So, you know, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Woo. So for y'all who are just tuning in, you are here with the Coco Moms, okay? Now, this is a special edition episode, so we thank you for joining us, but we were going to move to Zakiya's beat, okay? So when she was like, go, come, we said, okay, all right?
Listen, I pulled my car over. I got my daughter in the car. Listen, we pulled over in the parking lot.
I changed shirt, all of that. I was like, we're going to get this in because this is a message. And now, we want to give you the platform. So T, I'll hand it back to you. But for those of you who are just tuning in, please make sure you stick with us. It's Tip Tuesday, but the amazing healing conversation that is going to start and continue on, that has already started, but it's continuing on through the work that Zakiya is doing. We just wanted to bring a piece of that to you so you know the resource to go to. Okay.
Yeah, and shout out to our other Coco moms that's not with us today. Our proud Coco mom L and our healing Coco mom Anika. Shout out to our other two sisters, but y'all know they here with us. But you know, they let us to play outside by ourselves today, so we gonna play.
They know we always last minute and stuff.
Listen, they left us unsupervised. Hey sis, let me tell you how I apologize for liking all your videos. You're gonna go on Instagram and be like, damn, T done like everything. I did.
Right.
That's okay.
I did because I wanted to make sure we got them like, share, comment things together for your algorithms so people can come to your page. So I say that to say y'all go over there and like, share, comment on her stuff too, because we know the algorithms is all messed up and IG trying to not let us see certain stuff. So get over there and do it. Two, I'm gonna tell you about this statement. I don't know when the video was. I was probably about midway through your page when I heard you say, a person cannot help you achieve your dream. They shouldn't be on your team.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you how that spoke in rhythms all through my body, from the tip of my head all the way down to my toes. I got a shiver because it hits it's so profound, right? And I think that a lot of people miss that in their journey. They feel like everybody got to go with them, and they feel like everybody is supportive of their dream and they're responsible for everybody's journey. But when you say, listen, they can't support your dream, like they not there for you. And Alexia and I talk about it all the time. If people can't share your dream, like it don't cost nothing to hit a share button.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so like even that small thing of support, if people not doing it, it's like you're not supporting my dream. So like why you on my team now? Right. And so when you said it, talk about what was behind that, because it was a whole message behind where you went with that. Talk to the people for us, sis, real quick.
So what was behind that was that there was a young lady. I worked in the community, and a guy gave me props, and his girlfriend or whoever she is got upset about the way he gave me props for working with him on this community venture. And I was saying to myself, well, he wouldn't have to come to me if you did what you were supposed to do. So it wasn't just that one situation, but that was the straw that made me say, I got to release this message, because way too many of our men particularly will go and get a woman, but that woman can't help them. And then it becomes issues because now he has to go to his sister. Now he has to go to his aunt, his cousin, his ex-girlfriend. He has to go to somebody else to help him in this way because she really doesn't support his dream, but she never had it in the first place to give to him. He picked her based on how shapely she was. He picked her based on how pretty she was, but he never ever stopped and said, can she support me where I'm going? So it's not only that men, but that's where my mindset was stop causing conflict in your relationships. Everything goes back to relationships, but stop causing conflict in your relationships because you picked the wrong woman. You picked the wrong people. Now, in my community, I've shared a quote often that says, if you don't realize that everybody can't go with you, you won't get there either.
Right.
And I will tell a person in a minute, I'm going. And if I got to drop you off, I'm going to get there. Okay. Period. If I got to drop you off, I'm going to go and get there because I understand that God gave me the vision and I'm responsible for it. And while, yes, now I will say this, there are many ways that people can support you because I used to be a little hurt sometimes when people didn't share my videos and stuff too. But what I came to understand, I threw an event one day. I had a big event. It was called Vision 19. And the person, one of the people that I thought was near and dear to me that should have shared my stuff, that person paid for half of the event. Wow. And so God taught me in this that sometimes what people's support looks like may change, but when there is none, that's when we have a problem. So what support looks like for them may be a little bit different. Maybe she didn't share any of my videos, but she paid for half of the event. I had to make a little bit of a paradigm shift on how I looked at what support was. So ultimately it came down to me seeing a lot of things that happened. And I said, I got to release this video because some of us got people on our team that don't have any respect for our dream. They will say, your little business.
Oh, that little.
Your little business. How your little business going? Yeah, you know. And so for me, there are people that will say this, and I'm gonna bring this up. People will say, well, you're not married, so how you gonna tell people about marriage? How you gonna tell people about this? How you gonna tell people because you ain't done it? And I tell them I ran away from relationships when I first came into this space. I ran from relationships because I was afraid that people would say that. But it's amazing how they'll say that to me, but they'll watch Iyanla Vanzant.
Right.
It's
Hey,
amazing
sis.
how they'll say that to me, but they'll listen to Steve Harvey. It's amazing how they'll say that to
I'm
me,
glad
but
you
they'll
said
watch
that.
Steven Speaks and everybody else, which I no shade to them, no shame to them, but they'll put higher standards on you. Why? Because they don't want you to succeed. So what I had to come into the space of one day, I was praying and I said, Lord, I understand you want me to do this book. I have a book called Killer Connections. And I said, I understand that you want me to do this. I said, but Lord, I'm not in relationship. And he said, you're not in relationship with who?
Period.
Right.
Period.
And I was like, oh,
right.
Okay. I have been everything except widowed. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can tell you about all of that. Now, I'm not getting ready to tell you how to be in a marriage 50 years. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you how to have expectations in a marriage. I can tell you. So I tell you about what I've lived, what I know about, and what God gives me, you know, to lead people through. But when I went through divorce, I helped save marriages while I was going through divorce. That's when I knew I had a gift.
Yeah.
Hey, sis, listen, I'm glad you said that because I want to bring up something else because I'm the controversial Kirk Franklin of the group. So let me so way back when on the bottom of your page, I scrolled. I told you I was stalking, so please forgive me. I shouldn't have used the word stalking because I worked in DV, so I apologize if I triggered anybody. Let me clear that up before we get some text messages.
Right.
Let me clear that up. So I was going through your page rather lengthy, and I came across a couple videos, and one of them was about your statement just now about marriage and about the church and about people saying that, you know, you should be just married to God. You should be okay with just being married to God and wait for God to send that man to you. And you was like, okay, but that's coming from sisters that got a man. You hear me? And when you said that, I said, and preach, sis. And so I was like, she speaks the language that I speak, the Kirk Franklin language of the Christian church. And so can you just go a little bit into just a little bit about that, what you just said about the marriage and about how people feel like if you're not in that situation at that time, you don't have any validity to talk on.
So let me tell you something. In 2006, we were planning our class reunion, and there was a young lady who was going through a situation, and I kid you not, before I even accepted what God wanted me to do with relationships, before I accepted any of that with coaching, I've been doing this for so long, I just didn't know it was a name for it. But I was sitting there and people always talk to me about relationships. I could be somewhere at the ice cream truck. They're going to say something to me about relationships. And I'm like, I'm just trying to get an ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get ice cream. I ain't trying to be up here solving your problem. I could be I could sit at a bus stop, and I kid you not, somebody was, you know, back when I was in high school, I could sit at the bus stop and somebody was gonna say, you know, me and my friend, and I'm like, I'm just trying to catch the bus, you know. So I realized after years of this happening, okay, it must be something about this relationship thing. Well, anyway, what ended up happening was one day I was sitting there talking to a young lady, and she said that her husband lives somewhere else 6 months of the year. And I was like, he in the army?
Right.
You know, I was like, wait, he in the army? Okay, wait. He in jail?
Right.
You know, where he at? So she told me, she said, no. She said, he's with me 3 months, and then the next 3 months he's with another woman, and then he's with me 3 months, and he's with another woman 3 months. So my antennas was like, wait a minute, this ain't how it go. This ain't how it go. Oh, wait a minute. This ain't how it go. This ain't how it go. So I said to her, I said, well, you do know that that's not the way, that's not the marriage that God intended, because how's he going to be your protector, provider, and all that over there? You know, she said, wait a minute, let me stop you. She said, wait a minute, let me stop you, because I don't take advice on marriage from people that haven't been married less than 10 years. 10 years later, I kid you not, 2016, kid you not, she said the exact same words on her Facebook status that I had told her 10 years ago. You lost a decade.
Wow.
You lost a decade because she said, this is not the marriage. This is not the way that God intended marriage to be. I told you that 10 years ago. You wasted a decade because of who? Wow. Because you wanted to dictate who it came from. See, we don't have the luxury of always dictating where the drink, where the prayer answer comes from. We don't have it. We can't always dictate what God wants to do and who we want to do it through. See, we look at the messenger way too much. Sometimes we just got to get the message, and that's why the Bible says, "Try the spirit, see if it's of God." Try the spirit, see if it's of God. Why? Because somebody may not come to you looking like God that will tell you this thing, but yet God says, I use whom I please, right? And so when I went to her, I had never been married, but I knew enough to know that wasn't how marriage went.
That's not right. What she said?
I
I
knew
knew
enough
that
to know
right.
that wasn't how it went. But guess what? She said to me, that's not how it goes. So then a year later, I kid you not, 2006, I got married 2007. A year later, I saw her in the nail shop. And she said, how's marriage? I said, it's work. And she
Yeah.
said, well, hang on in there because divorce is not an option. I said, it's not an option for who? I kid you not. 2016, she filed for divorce. So you got to be careful. You
Yeah.
got to be careful because people will speak some stuff in your life that they don't even
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
When
But
she's
that's
like,
okay.
you hold on, not
Raise
me.
the message for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
See, is it of God yourself? But ultimately, I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, someone says, I love your passion and how clearly you walk into your purpose. Praise
Yeah.
God. Because people mistake it all the time. They don't understand that it's passion that I speak with. They think I'm angry. So there was a lady who told me, you need to get delivered from your anger. Another girl on TikTok told me, honey, you need to get healed, sis. And see, look, can we talk
Boy,
about how people
talk about that?
therapist is something else.
can we talk about how people will try to shade you in the name of queen?
Right.
Oh,
Can we talk
hey,
about
they will
that?
queen
Can
you
we talk
down.
about queen? You need to get yourself together, queen.
Right.
Sis, when you gonna get your business, sis? Queen, yeah.
In
Listen,
the name
I
of
said-
queen, she says, you need to, I hear what you're saying, but you need to get healed, queen. And I said, well, I have not only healed, I'm not only healed, but I've actually come back and gotten a lot of people to go with me. And I'm sure many of my clients will attest to that. Then she said, oh, I'm sorry. I did. Yeah, but see that whole queen thing, inbox me, boo. Inbox me, but you ain't got to come and try to do it in the name of queen and sis. I don't play that. Because I will let you know in thine own name. In thy name, I will let you know. Don't do it.
I shut them down in the name of queen. Queen, let me tell you, from one queen to another. That's how I saw. From one queen to another. Let me tell you. Yeah. And then they go ahead and get that Kirk Franklin Christian out of me because at that point the game is over. The joke is over.
And I got something, you know, and we reshared it. And so again, for those of you who are just tuning in, because I see the fluctuation, we are here being blessed in the spirit by Zakiya Monique, master relationship strategist. And I can tell you that's right there for me in one of my ventures and working with other business owners. I was like, you know, I do business coaching and things like that, but really and truly, and it's interesting because I've worked in a strategic way for so many years at the corporate level, but it never registered. And I was like, that's it. So as I've been praying all this week for God to kind of give me some clarity,
look how she gave it to you.
It was like, but I had to lift up this one point before I get to my question. It's interesting that people will hold you accountable to the content that God is giving you, especially around marriage, when there's so many areas that we set at the Father's feet. Like Jesus walked this earth. He was not married. He did not have kids, but he was a vessel. Yes. So why we cannot just line up with a vessel and look at it that way? I've been divorced before, and it wasn't anything that I'm swinging from the chandelier proud, but it was my journey, and so I went through it because I want you to not go through the same thing. Learn from those things. So that's, you know, when you are allowing yourself to become fit for the master's use, both mentally, physically, and spiritually, you know, there's nothing you can't accomplish. So we thank you for that. And then the only thing I was just going to ask is if you could, because the video that I caught early this morning as I was perusing through was the one about your husband.
Yes.
Your husband comes numero.
I knew that was gonna be the one you was gonna bring up. I was waiting for you to bring that one up. I was waiting.
That has been like T. I mean, and you know we have
in honor of Father's Day, the National Father's Day month.
Father's Day, Black Men's Health Month, Juneteenth, all of it. So what was the inspiration? And please, I mean, just what was your inspiration for that? Why that message that way?
Well, because I feel like oftentimes we are out of order, and in looking at the order of our community, we're out of order. So what happens is I'll speak to the African-American female, for instance, the African-American woman. So the African-American woman sometimes is so out of order, and we get bad press about it, and we don't want to hear it. We don't want nobody to tell us nothing. We don't want nobody to check us. We don't want to be accountable because we'll give excuses as to why. But let me tell you what the issue is. When the African-American woman is out of place, everything's out of place. And it's simply because we are the backbone. We are over the children and we influence the man. Let's be clear. Let's be crystal clear. We have been the weakness of a man since the beginning of time. Okay? As Samson. Okay? So with that being said, when we're out of line, then everything's out of line because we are the glue. Okay. So what my thing was, and what God showed me early was, if you get the woman together, she'll get the kids together and she'll require more from the man. So therefore, okay, ladies, let's go. Why are we out of order? Well, one reason why we're out of order is because when our children grow up, we in their business. Why we in their business? Why can't they grow up and move out? Why do our children, our sons still sitting on the couch at 30? Why our daughters trying to hurry up and get out the house at 12? Because they like, I can't take it here because I feel like I'm in competition with my mother. Or I'm more in competition than somebody that's compassionate for me. The son is coddled way too much sometimes. And so why is this dynamic messing up our homes? And so part of it is because the man left. Well, let's talk about why the man left. See, what we don't understand is there's a difference between boy, male, man, and a husband. 4 different things. Okay?
Okay.
A boy and a male.
Hold on, sis. Hold on. Do y'all got y'all paper? Y'all got y'all pen? Because she about to give y'all a free message because she already said she charged for her shit. Stuff. Excuse me. So y'all write y'all stuff down while she giving these 4 points like y'all in church. Y'all know. All right. Now we back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We got boy, male, man, husband. Okay. All right. Boy, he sit up on your couch. He play them video games. He drop you off at work and use your car. Baby boy. Okay. He comfortable with asking you for money. He's just a little bit over your kids. It's really just he is one of your kids. Okay. That's boy. Male. A little bit more than a boy, but still in transition. And anything in transition, you shouldn't be trying to follow. Okay? It's like running behind a roller coaster. You can't run behind a roller coaster. You're going to be all over the place. Well, that's what it is with him because he ain't found himself yet. And let me tell you something that Steve Harvey was on point about. Until he finds himself, he's going to drag you all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay? Until he figure it out, he's going to drag you all the way around. And that's the problem. Many of us have a foul taste in our mouth because we linked up with one of these and thought that he was one of these. And so as a result, we gave him our all and he took our all and went over there. And now we feel like we ain't got nothing left.
See?
Welcome to Coco Connect, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Okay. Tuesday tips, baby. We here.
Okay. So then you have the man. Now the man has access to 3 of the 5 P's. 3 of the 5. He protects, he provides, he professes. But what people don't understand is just because he is a good provider does not mean that he's a good man.
Right.
We not even just women, but men also will equate their manhood with their ability to provide. That's only one piece, sir.
Yes.
We need you to be well versed in all 3 of your P's.
Right.
There's 2 P's that he can't access that only the husband can access all 5. Provide, protect, profess, partner, and priest. You don't put no priest over your home that can still walk away with no legal ramifications. He ain't brought into it. He ain't. How you gonna be the king of the castle? You ain't locked down, sir. You see what I'm saying? How can you be the king of a castle that you have not locked down? So the husband has 5 P's. The man has 3. The boy or the male, you on your own. And so here's the thing. You're on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not get AP out of them. They're looking for something from you. They need something from you in their development. Okay.
And some people are only getting 1 piece of them, and it's none of these 5.
None of
lock that up too.
Okay.
Right.
That's the
and
P
you
you
get another
them.
P, which is parent.
Yeah. Right. And so therefore, understanding the difference between the 4 of these and knowing what to look for. Okay, the qualities on what to look for. We don't know that. So here's the problem. The problem is the reason why we hate submission is because we keep dealing with these 2. The reason why we hate order is because we keep fooling with these 2. And we've watched our mothers fool with these 2. And we said to ourselves, ain't no way nobody finna be up over my kids. So what happens is in this time, it's a blended family culture. Let's be clear. Okay. It's a blended family culture. Yeah. Not only are we dealing with marriage and divorces being high, but we have a lot of young men that get killed. So young husbands are being killed, right? Or dying or whatever. And so as a result, what do you do with that situation? You just sit at home and wither away? No, you're going to join with somebody else and move forward. Well, in doing that, we have to know how to do that. And if you're going to say, my kids gonna always come first, and nobody, then who you gonna attract? You're gonna attract one of these. Because these two don't care if your kids come first, long they give them what they want. But a man
and they get to play that PlayStation.
He's like, a man, and let me tell you something. And when that man desires to come first, he gonna become a husband because he's like, oh, I realize and recognize she's not gonna put me first until I lock it down. So what? So my point in all of that was to say that not your man, not your boo, not your bae, not your honey, no. Your husband comes first. Because if you did not trust him to lead you and your children, why did you marry him?
Right.
If you do not respect him, if you do not trust him, why did you marry him?
Oh my God.
And so the husband comes first. Together, you hold the children as a priority. You give them what they need. And you ship them on out to create a nest of their own, and you mind your own business when they gone.
Mind it.
And when they need you, they'll let you know. They'll tag you.
Right.
You hit your mama. I need to know about this. Okay, they'll come to you. But so many African American women are in their kids' business because they ain't got no business because they put their kids first. And let me tell you what happens when you put a king second.
King, my little king, my little king, my little.
And I made a post on my Facebook. I made a post on my Facebook that said, "If your son is the king, who you finna attract?"
Right. That's what I can't understand. When I can't understand when moms refer to their sons as kings and then refer to their daughters like they're not queens, right? Because we can check a daughter queen. I'm the queen. So she could be the princess, but we'll call our sons kings. And it's like, he ain't your king.
No.
Together, y'all will raise him to be someone's.
And I have a TikTok that said queens don't birth kings. And the man gonna say, I beg to differ because he comes from the woman. I said, but when he comes out, he's not a king.
No.
He's a prince. See, Prince Harry, Prince, what's the other one name? They prince.
He's grown man.
He's grown in the prince.
Until such time that you are grown, have your own thing going on, your own family and all of that. You are in training. There's something that happens beautifully between the time that you are birthed and the time that you take that throne. It's called development. So when you have them, they are not kings. They are princes. Prince. He's a prince. Your daughter's a princess. Because just like you gonna say she ain't the queen, I'm the queen. Well, he ain't the king. He's a prince.
Yeah.
Period.
Period. So when we know order, when we learn order, that's why we're the highest in not being married, highest single. We have the highest single rates because we're walking around saying, ain't no man gonna be before my kids. But like I said this morning, it's not for the detriment of your kids, but for the betterment of your children. Because here's the magic if people want to call it magic, but here's the beauty of it all. When you put the right man first, he puts his family first.
Yes. Thank you. That's the whole
point. When you put the man first, the right man first is the one who has already put his family first. Yes. So you never go second. Your children are never second for real because as you put him first, he has already committed to putting the family first.
Yep. And listen, I'm glad you said that because it goes back to that whole who gets fed first. The argument is always gone. And we ain't even gonna drop it today because I know that's a whole nother conversation. But if you put it in order as what you said, and if you go to feed your husband first, but your husband know that his kids need to eat first,
he gonna send you to feed your kids. If they talk about if your kids was drowning and your man was drowning, he gonna direct you to those kids.
He gonna tell you to go. It ain't gonna be no decision.
It's not gonna be no confusion
because he's gonna try to drown himself more to try to get to the kids with you.
Yep. And that's what people don't understand when you put a man first. But like I said in the first series of the video, is the reason why we can't master this mentally is because we ain't never met a man. First of all, including our daddies, we ain't never met a man. That's number one. And number two, some of the men that or the guys, the fellas, the boys, the males that our mothers put up over us were filthy, funky, and foul. They touched us. They hurt us. They caused our mothers to neglect us. They went and took our mothers to drugs because do you understand that almost 80% of the women that have a drug habit follow the man to it?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, we watched it and we said to ourselves, I'm never going to let a man do that to my children.
Right.
And that's really what we're saying. Just like it's no different than submission. We looked at our grandfathers had multiple kids on our grandmother, and we realized that she wasn't able to leave because she didn't have a job. She was taking care of all these kids. And so she had to sit there and deal with it. And so, you know what we said to ourselves? I ain't going to be submissive to nobody.
Like her. Yeah.
I'm never going to be like that.
But was it called submissive? It shouldn't have been called submissive what they did.
No.
They sat there. But we called it being submissive. And so that's the look that we got moving forward with what that word meant.
Yes. Yes. Woo! And so we just don't want to we don't want to answer to nobody. We don't want to answer to nobody. And therefore we by ourselves, because let me tell you something, when those kids get up and leave, if you have not cultivated that relationship, if you pay attention to a lot of people that have been married for a long time and then all of a sudden they divorce, it's usually between that 18th and 20th
when
year.
them kids gone.
Yeah, because the kids left. And all you had in common was those kids, because wasn't no vacation, wasn't no date nights, wasn't nothing, because it was all about them kids. And at the end of the day, them kids done stressed them out because you didn't, I'm going to follow, I'm going to be there for my kids. I'm going to be loyal to my kids, and right or wrong, but you enabled your kids, and now your kids are not empowered to move forward. And so as a result, when they finally do leave, your husband say, ain't no sense in us being together because I don't even know you. See,
and you done got all raggedy throughout the years. You done let yourself go and all that stuff, dragging back and forth for the PTA and soccer game. Yeah, and you somewhere looking raggedy when them kids gone, and now you don't have nothing but the bingo hall.
Nothing. And see, the cycle of relationships change. So between 7 to 10 years, I'll never forget. I was doing this health challenge. I was doing the health challenge one day, and you had to give a commitment to eat whatever she said you had to eat. And I'm a picky eater, so I was kind of like, I don't know about this, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And so when I got the menu, I seen that we had to eat like 16 eggs a day, and I was like, I don't eat eggs though. So I had to do, I said, okay, all right, cool. I said, all right, I'm gonna eat these eggs. And I like them. So after 35 years, I didn't used to eat eggs.
Wow.
After 35 years, I tasted them and was like, they're not so bad. See, here's the thing. In our relationships, in closing, let me say this. In our relationships evolve every 7 to 10 years. Things about us change all the time, but as we're together, things about our relationships change every 7 to 10 years, right? And so as they're changing, we have to keep in tune and keep checking in with each other, because sometimes that seasonal relationship is over.
Yeah.
And so you got to know when to let go. So at the end of the day, if you haven't checked in 18 years, in 10 years, he don't even like the stuff that he used to like no more.
Right.
And you don't even know it.
Right.
Because all you've been worried about is your kids. Your husband comes first, and together you prioritize the kids, give them what they need, let them go. Because that's who you're going to be left with is your husband. And that's why some of us are left alone, because he left too.
And you get to make the decisions for your funeral. So
yes, y'all.
Hey, I hope y'all took in them nuggets, man, because she gave us those nuggets. Go, hey, where can they follow you at? Where they follow you at on your social media? Everywhere. I'm
everywhere as Zakiya Monique or Zakiya Monique Speaks. So on Instagram and TikTok, I'm Zakiya Monique Speaks, and on Twitter and Facebook, I'm Zakiya Monique. So everywhere you can pretty much find Zakiya Monique or Zakiya Monique Speaks everywhere. And then YouTube. On YouTube, I'm Relationship TV with Zakiya Monique, and that's where most of the long teachings are that you see clips from on IG or anywhere. So a lot of the long teachings are at YouTube. So Relationship TV with Zakiya Monique.
Listen, go hit her everywhere. Go like, follow, share, comment on all of her stuff. She don't mind. She just said she did. No. So go through her page, listen, take notes, comment, share. Because that's what each one teach one. So I ain't even gonna say Sister Zakiya, because we already talked about Sisters and Queen. So Zakiya, and all of her beauty and all of her knowledge, the master relationship strategist, has dropped some nuggets on us today for our Tip Tuesday on this wonderful Coco Connect. We appreciate you guys giving your time, energy, and strength to be here with us to collect this conversation, collect these nuggets. Now we gotta do something different, because we know. We appreciate you, Zakiya. Yeah. I'm one of your biggest fans on TikTok, and this is one of my this checked off one of my people I wanted to talk to. So I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
And listen, Alexia,
anytime,
you already know, baby.
Anytime.
Connect.
Anytime y'all can make me a regular in-house guest whenever y'all talking about
You should have
relationships.
said that.
Hey,
Whenever y'all
listen,
talking
I'm
about
about to have you. Let me, Kia. We want you to come on over on Candy Combos with T and Kid, but we're gonna
sure
turn up a
will.
whole nother leaf over there. That's the after hours on Fridays.
Oh, listen,
That's
and I love it because guess what? I used to have Coco and Convo. I used to have
oh
Coco and
yeah.
Convo.
Yes,
So,
look
oh yes,
at that.
my,
We
my
finna
my
turn
folks
up.
already know Coco and Convo. I used to have Coco and Convo in the winter months, and I used to have Tea with Z in the summer months. So my
Woo.
folks, that's how we roll. So I'm with it. I'm
Look
with
at
Oh
it.
that.
yeah. Well,
Look at
let me go
that.
ahead and
Look
get
at
Kia to get
God.
you and get contact you. Kia gonna be in touch with you. That's
Yeah.
our guest relations department.
Yes.
Listen. And so, as always, we again, Zakiya, you are such a blessing, and so we cover you in prayer.
Thank
We
you.
cover you in the authority that is the Most High of God to make sure that you continue to be able to operate in your gift and manifest His will. So we thank you so much again for your
Thank you
obedience.
for having me.
We are going to say again on IG, Zakiya Monique Speaks. You go over to YouTube and catch those amazing
Relationship TV.
the full on version, but even more so connect with her so that you can also patronize, right? So we love to share, we love that because those things are free. And go be encouraged, go be empowered, go be delivered, go
Yeah.
be evolved. Okay, you hear us say all the time about the way that things are going, and we need that. So as always, thank you for tuning in.
Can I
For
say something real quick? I have a free soul ties teaching because I personally believe that healing starts with breaking ties, cutting ties and breaking curses. And so I
Man,
have a free soul ties teaching that you can get if you just go to my link tree. So if you go to bit.ly/ZM Linktree, you can get the free soul ties teaching right
Ooh.
there. I just want to drop that because that's how you start your healing processes, by cutting ties and breaking curses.
Hey sis, hey Zakiya, quick question. Would you be open to teaching this live if we could set up a production and get you to teach this live? Could you teach this format live if we can get some folks together?
Absolutely.
we all
Let's do it.
In my day job, I'm a trainer. I've been a trainer for 20
And
years.
listen, I
I
see
love
it.
teaching.
We're all trainers. We're
Yep.
all trainers. I see
Yep.
it. I love it.
Mhm.
Listen, here we go. T. Pearson Productions coming. We coming. We're gonna be in touch.
Yep.
We're gonna put that on free for the village. Village
Yep.
Essentials. There we go.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And we'll get it registered. We'll handle all the background for you. We're gonna
Yep.
give you more of the platform since you are ready to do it, because it needs to be said. So
Yes.
our
Yeah.
communities are in a space where they need to be healed.
Yeah.
So you are are one of the masters, just like how in the community, Asian community, when they go through different martial arts, they have masters.
Yeah.
Belts and stuff. Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go.
Yeah. Listen, let's do
Take
it.
this one out.
Let's do it.
Take us
But
on
we
out.
appreciate you once again, Zakiya, man. For the folks that's listening, we appreciate you giving your time. Join us over on Instagram real quick. All three of us gonna go hot from our pages just to kind of get some love over there, because IG be popping. So we're gonna pop over there. Make sure y'all share this message on your Facebook page so other folks can catch the replay. Send them over to YouTube while they over there on the Relationship TV with Zakiya. Make sure y'all go check out Coco Life That Black and Candy Combos with T and Kid, because we all trying to get our numbers over there. We trying to see something real quick.
Yes.
All right, so we love you guys. Peace, love, and hair grease, and we catch you guys next week.
See y'all.